Hi friend, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show a program to click prime number from a list using the Java 8 Stream API. So basically a prime number is a natural number which is greater than 1 that has no positive divisors other than 1 and itself. In other words, a prime number is only divisible by 1 and the number itself. For example, we have taken that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We know that smallest the prime number is 2, and so we can make the program and we can check that all that prime number which is belongs to our input. And after that processing, after that running the program, so we will get that some input like 2, 3, 5, 7 is prime number. I opened the IntelliJ and created a class, and class name I just took prime numbers and giving the program number. So right now I'm just doing that program number 27. In this program, firstly we need to check that one is prime number. So I will create that one method, and then we will create that one more method to run the program. So which is a special method main. So firstly I create that number is prime number to check that. So I'm just going to write here public. So public is that access specifier which is specified as a publicly, and a static is the modifier which is providing that extra accessibility of that or extra features of this method to get the access from that by directly any static methods or accessing by that any class name. And then we need to write here that return type of the method. So I'm just going to write here boolean. So we will get that either true or false. And now I'm going to write that method name is the identifier. So I will take as a method name each prime number, and in this method so you can see here this is the each prime number, and in this formal parameter I am going to take that one input like an integer, and I will take as a formal parameter variable name is num for the integer. And now firstly we will return here return, and I will return as a true. So we are supposed to, I am going to return as a each prime number true. And now firstly we need to check here that number is valid or not. So I'm going to use here if a statement. So in this statement we will check here that number is that valid or not. So I will use here, so number and less than equal to 1, and if 1 less than 1, so that time I will return here return as a false. And now I'm going to check further. So I will use here one more loop here. So I will use here for, and I give that say method body, and in this for statement we need to pass 3 parameters. First one is that initialize that variable, and second one is the parameter is that condition. So we will give the condition, and third parameter is the step. So in the step we are writing in that increment or decrement. So here I will use here int I equal to 2, and if I will check here if I less than math dot sqrt, that means a square root, and in this square root we need to pass here like whatever you just want to number. So I will pass here the number, and after that we will add +1, and now I'm going to just write that increment, and now I'm going to just return this. So before the returning we need to check that its number is modulus of that like 2, 3, 4. So I just use here, so I will use here if number modulus I, because it will generate that number 2. Firstly I initialize the value 2, then it will return it will increase the value 3, 4, 5, and after that I will check that number is divisible by 0, so that time 0, and after that I will return here, return HJ false. So basically you can see here each prime number is the method where we are check the number is prime number or not, and in this method return here either true or false. So whenever return is the false, that means prime number is not prime number. And here I just checking with that number is less than 1. So if number is less than 1, that time it will return as a false. And other than I just use here condition. Here I just use here int I equal to 2. So firstly I just ignore that value 1, and if having the number input number as an input number 2, and so that's why I started here number 2. So I will check here if it is divisible by any number of 2 to the square root of the number, otherwise it return true. So I just return here true. So we know that if returning if return here, so in this method only return 1 at a time. So if condition true, that time it will return false. If condition true, so that time it will return false. So if both conditions are not true, that time we will get that this return true, and it means number is prime number. Now I am going to call and run this class. So I am going to write here main method. So in this main method, we need to firstly create that integer of list where we are going to initialize that value. So now I am going to create here integer of list. So I will keep here as a integer, and in this integer I will use here numbers equals to array dot age list, and I created a list. Now I am going to initialize this value. So I will copy this input value and just paste the here as a list. And now I'm going to import this class, and so you can see here I just imported a list interface and array class. Both are belongings to util package, and now I'm going to do the further process. So I will use here like so I will after executing the process, so we will get the result into list. So I'm going to create one more list here. So I will use here list, and in this list we need to pass here that type of the list. So I will pass here integer, and I will use here like so I will take the as a reference name like prime number list. And now I'm going to do the further process. So you can see I have that integer of list. So integer of list I have stored in that number. So I will need to convert like a number integer of list to a stream. So I will use here a stream method, and in this stream API method having that filters. So I will use here filter. So in this filter we need to call that each prime number. So I will use here like so we are going to call this method each prime number, and each prime number is the static method. So I will use here class name. So I will use here prime number 27. This is the class, and here I just using that clone double clone operator, or we are also knowing as a reference operator, and I will use here each prime number. And then I will collect the result here. So we are going to collect in that list. So I will use here collect, and inside collect we are going to use here collectors dot to list. So it will return here inside a list. And now I'm going to print this result. So I will use here system dot out dot println, and I will print here prime number list. And friend, my program is completed. Now I'm going to run this class. So I'm just right click on, and my program is starting to build, and see the output. So having that 357, as you can see that I got the result 357, but didn't get like 2. So because 2 is the special case, so now I'm going to add one more condition. So at the first when we are having the 2, so that time we can check here if number equals to 2, that time it will return true. And just added one more condition here. So now I'm going to rerun this class. I got the result. You can see here 2357, and I will post the code in the Git repository, and I will mention the link in the description of this video. And thank you, friend. Thank you for your time. Thank you, friend, for your time and for watching this video. Explore the community tab and participate in Java full stack MCQ question with solution. Join our WhatsApp group and Telegram group for the latest update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.